rough. I'm not like Rhyme, who can somehow be a grad student. In any case, enough about my life.
Just have to say, so Cap graduated last year, and now I'm with a couple other people heading up the Tufts crew. So it's cool to like be able to interact with you since since you're like older and new about the Tufts scene.
Yeah, no, it's dope. In any case, in general, I'd say that the best thing about Boston is that the collegiate Melee scene is just so sick.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's everywhere. Every school has a scene, you know.
Yeah, grad school is a little rough, but you know, it happens. But the collegiate scene in general is super sick, and I mean, it means that that's why there's a lot of, I would say, even though New England traditionally isn't known for its like super top, tier roster, at least compared to like NorCal or something. Like, I'd say at like the PR level, like we're so good. I mean, we have this large
mid-level.
At the mid-level. I mean, we have this really good collegiate scene, and so many really good players that aren't like that aren't at the top level, but like are still just so good. Yeah. It's
the baseline of skill, like the minimum amount of good that you need to be good in New England is like pretty insane,
Okay, so they stopped playing for a sec, so I thought it was warm-up, so apparently they are playing, so I'm like, okay, I don't know, but it seems Admiral Zhao has cleaned up the first stock. I'm sorry guys, we were getting really into, we were getting sidetracked. But, that scared me a little.
Now, I believe Spiff usually takes these, but I know that Admiral Zhao recently beat Blayé in a set and was very excited.
Blayé, dude, Blayé is so
another tough legend.
Yeah, I know, dude. Blayé taught me everything I know about characters that don't play. No, so if that would be Blayé, then it means he's learned some strides in this matchup. I think in general, Sheik has. I feel like that, like matchups with Sheik, it's crazy because you think Sheik should win, but I feel like that people have been getting especially better in the modern Melee scene of like punishing Sheik's recovery a little bit more and like sort of getting conversions better. So I see a lot more players beating Sheik players, but Sheik. What Spiff did there, which is so textbook and so important for this matchup, is really just using the needles, because Samus is usually used to getting back to the stage for free because, frankly, like, the recovery is very hard to punish for most characters with the bombs, but, Sheik's needles is a really good way of getting, nerfing the recovery in a way that a lot of other people don't.
Speaking of needles.
Yeah. Trying.
Throwing him out.
Man, forward air is one of those moves. It's like, it's not that, not that much knockback, but it does so much damage. Oh, and he was too close, but then Spiff just decides to off himself too for some reason.
It seems like they SD'd on the same frame.
Yo,
maybe it was meant to be.
Yeah, I know, right? Wild. I don't know. One thing that I see Hugs doing a lot that I think Admiral Zhao has done only a couple times, but is really good. But Samus finding grabs is like very hard because of course it's so risky. But Samus can convert a lot, and it's good.
I mean, yeah, you have to keep him honest.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that we were talking about with Puff. Like you can't let your opponent just spam shield.
Yeah. Totally. There was a weird interaction that happened like 15 seconds ago where Sheik fired the needles at the same time Samus fired the missiles, so they sort of did a little weird percent trade there, but that's good. In general, there was that one really good edge guard, but in general, I feel like Admiral Zhao has not had a hard time getting back on the stage. But again, because I'm commentator cursing everything, I don't know. He started doing a little bit more needles there.
Yeah, and I think Spiff is just sort of like throwing. I don't know. I don't know how much more he can do because Zhao's recovering very close to the stage, so it's hard to get those needles to hit. But it doesn't seem like Spiff has been able to adapt to those close recoveries yet.
Slow on the punish there, but there was that weird. Okay, this interaction is just so weird. I feel like that Spiff could have done something a little bit more confirmed, but
good fair from Spiff.
Good fair. I feel like that. I feel like doing. Oh, he rolled into that
Spiff
missile.
laps it off.
Yeah, I mean, some of that was a little ridiculous. So you got to. There's been a lot of sort of interesting decision-making things, especially with that SD from Spiff earlier. It's been sort of a wacky game.
I will say, I think as far as like Samus's at this level go, I think Zhao grabs way more than like he grabs.
Yeah.
He grabs more than like other Samus's at a similar level, and I mean it's working out.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I guess the theme here is sort of like, you know, like not letting your opponent get away with too much. And I guess in that vein, it's like, you know, he was doing a little bit of a wave dash back, and then, you know, he wave dash forward, and of course, you know, 99% of Samus's go for tilts there. So, you know, he's Spiff is shielding, and that's, you know, that's when you grab, right? To be like, hey, you can't just assume I'm tilting. And then of course it means that he won't shield as much when he does tilt, you know. And again, it's just like, I guess, you know, this is super cliched commentary thing to say, but it's like, you know, it's like you don't want anything in Melee to be for free, right? You don't want to be able to shield for free. You don't want to recover for free. You don't want to do anything, you know, no such thing as a free lunch in Melee. So, you know, it's mainly just like playing in the way to you know, get out of that. And this is where I think that Samus that Sheik get punished a lot. He didn't get hit the way that I think Admiral wanted to, but you know, like Sheik is getting punished so much off of the recovery. Oh, that was a weird. He blew that.
I don't know what. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Admiral Zhao is probably looks a little bit upset about that, because, you know, he had, as I was saying, you know, Sheik does get punished a lot on the recovery nowadays, and he had Sheik at plus 100, and he had the punish, but he jumps and does a back air instead.
I don't know what he meant to. Maybe it was a whiff forward smash.
That's what I was. Either that, or he meant to fast fall and hit the back and hit the back air at the last, you know, and hit Sheik's head with the back air, but he jumped, he like full hopped or something. Yeah. And he just got destroyed. So that's a bummer. All right. Yeah, this makes sense.
Yes, love the neutral starts. Okay,
I do think that, I don't know, I feel like Yoshi's is such an interesting stage, especially with like who likes it, because, I mean, maybe this wouldn't, frankly, if we're going to be honest, this wouldn't be my go-to stage for like a stage that Samus likes, because of course Samus dies a little bit earlier, but I also think that like, I think that there's a lot of focus nowadays, sort of less on like, you know, when am I dying, but like, you know, like what kind of, how close do I want to be to my opponent at all times? Yeah. And I think Admiral Zhao really likes, he doesn't, weird whiff, but in general Admiral Zhao seems like he's the kind of person that doesn't want his opponent to breathe, and so I feel like that means...
Yeah, whether he's, I think describing Zhao's play, I would call it oppressive. It's oppressive, whether he's firing missiles or he's, you know, tilting you and getting grabbed.
No pun intended, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite oppressive. But he does not sit back and just hold,
there we go,
you know, down and wait for you to hit him. That's not like his thing. Wow, fantastic ledge grab from Spiff.
Yeah, you know, but Zhao committed, I feel like that, like, Zhao is putting himself in situations that he doesn't need to put himself in. Like, the reason why he went off stage is he tried to do like a runoff, like, sort of, he tried to do a runoff nair, but she was high. It just sort of seemed to be it was a bizarre interaction. I respect that grab, because Spiff wasn't shield, and
I mean, he barely got punished.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Ooh, I like that tech read from Spiff. Cool guy, Spiff.
I feel like if you're like, ooh.
Okay, you know what? I hit a Shy Guy. Did you hear the little noise?
Yeah. A weird rare misplay from Steph, you know, but there's the one
back and forth
the one misplay from Steph. I don't know. Admiral Zhao so far has had 3 misplays. You know, Spiff has been converting really heavily, so it's not that has been costing him all of the stocks, but it certainly is basically every single stock so far. It has been assisted by an input flub, and you know, we're getting down there. So
Nice ledge grab from Spiff.
so I wonder if, since it's looking a little bit rough at this point for Zhao, I wonder if he's gonna go back to Yoshi's for game 3.
I saw a crazy series of inputs from Spiff. So Zhao came back from the ledge with a forward air. Spiff crouch canceled it, held shield, and then like buffered roll out of the shield to get out of the fair.
Yeah, that was
Very high level defensive play from Spiff.
Yeah, I think. Okay, yeah. So now the neutral starting. Yeah, I think that Admiral Zhao sort of, I guess, changed his mind. Where, you know, we went from like the close quarters, like I want to be in your face, to being like, I feel like that Spiff was winning the neutral a little bit too much. So I think Zhao wants to have the ability to get some room if he wants some room. I also don't think Yoshi's, sorry, not Yoshi's, Pokemon is a particularly good Samus stage, so.
Yeah, and Zhao's been going for a lot of missiles, so he'll have the advantage of those really fast, you know, missiles from platform to platform on the stage.
This is looking a lot better. This is sort of the rinse and repeat that I think, you know, it defines sort of the modern, you know, idea about how to beat Sheik.
Yeah.
He got Sheik up because it starts a lot earlier than I think people. Nice conversion. But in general, the Sheik edge guard starts a lot earlier than I think people realize. I mean, if you can get Sheik off stage and start forcing up beast at like 60, you can chase that.
Yeah, and
to like the 100.
Yeah, until they're dead. I mean.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I mean, but you know, I think that like the earlier that you can recognize you can start that, like Sheik's already at 62. It's gonna get close if they get to the edge where, you know, Admiral Zhao can start to do rinse and repeats again. So did a good job the first time. So let's see if he can do that without letting Spiff win neutral too many times. A little bit Spiff. This is a weird thing to notice, but I noticed off of down throw he's been a little slow.
Yeah.
Like I feel. Again, I'm not the one playing, but I just feel like on the one on grass stage where he whiffed the down air, I feel like he could have reached with a fair if he had just been a little bit faster. But
I like that mini charge shot from Zhao, cutting off the chance for high recovery, then grabbing ledge.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that was really smart actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good DI on the fair.
I don't know what that was.
I would love to know. There's been
there was a noise lately.
Some noises.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Maybe some noises.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All
There are
right.
those missiles. Ooh,
that was a good recognition on that spot dodge too. Very good.
Yeah, more good DI on the fair.
Oh man.
Is that it?
Yeah. Oof. That needle Spiff. I feel like this has been a much, in terms of, you know, good melee, this has been a much better game. Mostly because, like, I feel like they both have been punishing the edge guards a lot more, and it makes, you know, when the edge guards are good, it even makes the neutral interactions more scary because you know that they can make good on it.
Yeah. Wow,
Whoa.
Fantastic stock. Spiff down threw him, and he up tilted him on the platform, which was completely safe. He needled him up to 30. It was just an extremely textbook stock, and then the ledge grab to seal it.
Okay, wow, and now Admiral Zhao, you know, it was looking pretty grim, but the melee guys have been, you know, saying flip. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting myself to say that was 18% on one forward air string. Samus' forward air does so much damage. It's sort of nuts. Okay, he did the same thing on Yoshi's, man. I feel like he could have down smashed, but I feel like that, you know, if you're missing those free punishes on Sheik, then it puts you back into a neutral scenario. And frankly, you know, especially if you're a mid-tier against Sheik, like, you're not gonna win the neutral, you know. So it's really important that when you get those Sheik edge guards, that you convert.
Oh my!
Oh wow! Shout out!
What a monster! Nice shot, Ollie. Nice
Oh.
shot, Admiral.
Admiral Zhao coming in clutch.
He looks at me from the player cam.
Let's go. Talk to him. It was double hilarious because Spiff didn't even expect it because his DI was just like far away. I was like, oh no, she's on. Because I was like, oh wow. Any case, Spiff mad. So this is, I think it's so weird because against like Spaceys, this is such a horrible stage for Sheik, but against like the mid tiers, I think Sheik just actually sort of wrecks on FD because I feel like that the needles can just be really oppressive. And as long as Sheik wins neutral, I think FD is good. So I think that's like where the flip happens. Because when I play Sheik, I try to avoid FD at all costs. I think it's really bad. In this way, I think that what Spiff has been doing has been winning neutral more of the times. And Admiral's has been keeping it close because he's been getting those punishes, but as we last game, he almost choked it because he's been missing the punishes on Sheik's recovery. So we'll see once he gets into these situations if he can continue to hit Sheik. So the down smash, you know, you want to hit Sheik, but I feel like down smash is, you know, as long as you DI it right, Sheik has the recovery options.
Yeah, Sheik has a lot of options off that.
Ooh,
like,
that was a
DI.
sick wall jump. Spot dodge, air dodge.
Spiff has not been overextending on his down throw conversions at all, which is awesome. He like down throws and then nairs, and then he'll either drift away so Zhao can't punish, or he'll like hit the ground and shield so that he can't get counter naired. He just knows exactly how much he can get off of a grab.
I don't know what changed, but on game 2, Spiff missed like a bunch of down throw conversions, but he's been getting all of them so far, and then he hasn't been going too far, like you're saying, overextending. So I feel like he was being a little bit too safe earlier and a little bit too slow in the reaction, but I think he's found more of a happy balance now.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's showing.
He's much more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, mainly what we're seeing here, I think, is a really good counterplay with the needles, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing that's, and she can do that on any part of the stage, and there's nothing really that can, like, that Admiral Zhao can do to, you know, to stop the needle play except for pressuring. That would have been the sickest grab.
Yeah.
You know, and that isn't the first time that he went for it and it worked. He has actually been going out of, you know, like trying to grab out of hit, and it's on game 1 he did it as well, and it did work. So.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
wow.
no, it was fast. It was fast on game 1 that he did it. I wonder if anyone in chat noticed that too. He actually on game 1 he did a grab out of hit, which was sick. So I think he knows what he's doing when he's going for that, but it didn't work out there.
Good choice by Spiff, up tilting. I was thinking he would forward tilt, but up tilt after he did it clearly made a lot more sense.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Spiff just kind of drawing out this stock, trying to get as much extra credit as he can. Extremely sweet spot. Extremely sweet spot.
Yeah, I know that was. I guess it's sort of, you know, your own character knowledge is you knew sort of how the forward air would behave in that percent. Also, though, I mean, Sheik doesn't have a particularly long lifespan, but I think that was like around 150 or 160 depth for Spiff. So, you know, I mean, Spiff has been winning neutral a lot and playing really well, but he also hasn't really been dying. And Spiff just come up and, you know, just slapped him.
Just nailed. Yeah.
Is you know, speaking of in Salt Mine's TED Talk of nothing is free. You know, I don't know. I feel like that he was just like, you know, Admiral Zhao was this would have been like double jumping at that mid height, and Spiff was just like, wait, no, why am I letting you do that? And it's always really good to see like someone do something just sort of unguarded and be like, oh wait, I can just hit you.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
it's really good. Oh, not the DI. Spiff has hit really good DI on that down smash before, but it wasn't really there that time.
Spiff just kind of chasing him down.
Ooh,
Great punish on the. Oh wow.
Uppy
I
has.
think he could uppy at a down
Yeah, Uppy has that startup. I mean, Admiral Zhao's also. He's got to start sweating now. He's got to really get some You know, especially on FD, he's been dropping some sort of combos, but
I like that charge shot, just getting that. Ooh, yes. Very bold move. Although it looks like it might not actually work out.
You interrupted yourself, but I actually agree with you. I think that charge shot is actually really smart because I feel like that you need to have Sheik at a certain percent where you can start hitting her away to start, you know, really putting on the pressure.
Yeah, and I love
Zhao with that missed nair and then with the punish from Spiff.
Zhao only did it this stock, but he started like charging. He started charging his.
That's jam. Yep.
Yeah. He started charging his charge shots like, you know, in little intervals wherever he could. And it almost made the difference. You know, he was making a